Hello everybody, my name's Nate. I'm going to be your teacher for the next hour here. I'd like to welcome you to Verbling. I appreciate your time coming to learn English with us tonight. Tonight I think will be a wonderful class, and just like to encourage everybody to have a good time as you practice. Please don't feel shy at all, but use your best English, and we'll try to make your best English a little bit better. I'd like to welcome everybody as they come into class. Welcome, Maria Jose. How are you?
Hi, Nate. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. It's good to see you tonight.
Yes, thanks.
Hello, Edgar. How are you doing tonight?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely. Welcome to class. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us tonight. Wonderful.
Thanks.
As everybody joins class, I'd just like to let you know tonight's class will have reading, and we'll also be able to practice a little bit of writing as we learn some new vocabulary. I think it'll be an interesting class, and I just want to encourage everybody to take advantage of all the opportunities to read, to write, and participate in any way you'd like to. And that will be most beneficial to you, and it'll make class an interesting experience for everybody. We like to share our opinions. Here's the first document that you're going to need tonight. I'm putting it in the Verbling chat. It's a reading, and so I'll just have you grab that as soon as you can. We'll wait for just a little bit as other people join class. Hey, Oscar, how you doing tonight?
Hello, teacher. I'm just fine. How about you?
Good, thank you. It's good to see you again. Welcome to class.
Okay.
You made it. We're just, I was just telling the class we'll wait just a minute as other students join. Tonight we're going to have some reading and also some writing opportunities. The first link that I put up is the reading, and so everybody could just grab that right off the bat. It would be wonderful. How are things in Panama today?
It was awesome, teacher. It was great today.
What time is it right now for you?
In Panama?
Yeah.
It is 5 p.m.
11:05 p.m. Okay. Well, it's not too late for a young guy like you, right?
Okay.
Well, welcome everybody. It looks like our class is just about full, so why don't we begin? I'd just like to introduce myself one more time to the class. My name's Nate. I'm directing this class from the state of Nevada in the United States, and we're going to be doing some reading and writing tonight, and also you'll have plenty of opportunity to have conversation practice in Spanish. So just like to encourage everybody to take advantage. If you can't get into class live, you're always welcome to join us in the chat. But let's begin now. I'd just like to have everybody introduce themselves. Wolfgang, can we start with you tonight?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, sounds great.
Oh, okay. My name is Shane. I'm from China, Sichuan, Chengdu. I've been using Verbling for a few months now. Not continuously, on and off. I'm back now, so.
Fantastic. Well, it's great to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Jason, how are you tonight?
Hi. Hi, did you hear me?
Hello. Hey, you know, I think your volume's just a little bit low. If you could turn it up, that would maybe help us out.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Just barely. I mean, for me, it's a little bit quiet.
Now?
Kind of the same, but I can hear you. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Wait a moment. You can go with other people, other person, and then me.
Okay, we'll do that. Sebastian, how are you tonight?
Hello, Nate. How are you? I'm fine, thank you.
Wonderful. Where are you joining us from?
Nothing. It's my first time in Berkeley.
Oh, well, thank you. We're happy that you're here. Where do you live?
I am from Colombia.
From Colombia? Excellent. Thank you so much for joining class. We're happy you're here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Richard, would you like to introduce yourself to the class, please?
Hi, teacher. How are you?
Great, thank you. Nice of you to ask.
My it doesn't work.
Okay.
Doesn't work my camera.
Well, we can hear you, and that's important. Where are you from?
Colombia. I'm from Colombia.
You're Colombiano también. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, nice to have you here with us. Thank you. Oscar, how are you? Oscar's in a great mood tonight. What's going on?
I'm just fine, teacher.
Why are you laughing? What's so funny?
¿Qué va? Because you say you're Colombiano.
Oh, okay. Oops. Yeah, okay. Sorry, you're Colombian. Our friend Oscar is from Panama. Welcome. And Maria Jose,
Yes, teacher.
you're from Costa Rica, right?
Costa Rica.
No, okay. Me?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I am from Colombia.
What?
Yeah.
I'm from Costa Rica.
Oh boy. Eva, I knew Eva was from Costa Rica. Okay, I'm so sorry. Can you forgive me, please, Maria?
Yay.
Okay. Oh, it's good the Colombian people are very forgiving. Thank
Yes.
you. Yes, okay. Well, welcome to class. And Eva, welcome back. It's nice to have you in class. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Eri, where are you from? I don't think we've met before.
Hi, I am from Peru.
Peru. Wonderful. Well, thank you for being in our class. Appreciate it. And Edgar.
Hi, I am from Mexico, and I live in Mexico City.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you. Jason, did you get that microphone fixed? Maybe not quite yet. That's okay. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna ask everybody to please, when you're not speaking tonight, if you could mute your microphone. We have a lot of background noise that might interfere with the class, and so that'll just help us, keep things going. But I'm happy you're all here. Tonight we're going to read, and I'd like to invite everybody from all over to please open this document, and we're going to get right down to work. This is our reading, and within the reading, as we read tonight, I'm going to point out 10 different words. They're vocabulary words that we can focus on as we're trying to expand our English. And at the end of class, we will have a writing exercise to practice using these words. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'll wait just a second, and if you would let me know when you have that document downloaded, then we'll begin. Eva's ready. Thank you, my friend. Just go ahead and let me know when you have the document, please. Okay, Jason's ready. Derpat ready. Great, great. Just wait just a couple more seconds while everybody else gets that open. Wonderful. Boom. Boom, we're ready. Okay, awesome. Now, before we start reading, I just have a question to ask everybody. Do any of you like to go outside at night and look at the stars?
Yeah, me. I
do?
don't know anything about stars, but I like to look at them.
You don't know anything about them, but you know you like to look at them?
Yeah,
Okay.
I download an app for the iPhone to know more about the stars.
Oh, yeah.
But I
Is it
haven't.
called Google Sky?
Yeah, let me see it.
Yeah,
But I
and
don't
it shows a
know.
map of the sky.
Yeah, exactly. But I haven't used it.
Well,
I-
okay. You should use it. That's
Yeah.
nice. Wonderful. Does anyone besides Ava like to go outside and look at the stars? You like astronomy?
I do.
Okay.
When the pollution isn't so bad.
Oh, yeah, kind of hard to see through smog, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, yeah, but it is fun to look.
true.
Anybody else have an opinion about that?
I love stars too. We have how do you say, an astronomic observatory.
Yeah, an observatory.
Yeah,
Very
we have
nice.
an observatory in a desert place.
What's it
Desert
called?
place. It's like Tatacoa Desert.
Right.
Tatacoa Desert.
I think I've heard of that before. And, you know, they like to have observatories out away from cities so no light
Yes,
gets in the way and no smog and stuff like that.
yes.
That's fantastic. Awesome. Well, we're gonna all kind of be astronomers tonight because we're gonna read about something that's going to happen this week. And I want you to know it's true. This is not this is not fiction, and this is really going to happen. Okay. So let's go ahead and start. If we have our first reader, they could read the title and the first introduction. It's written in bold print. Would somebody like to start us off there? Ari, would you like to read it?
I can start.
I would like to read, teacher.
Okay. Let's start with Ari, and then I promise I'll get to you, Ava and Oscar. Okay.
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 Asteroid to make close pass by Earth on February 15. No impact seen. A small asteroid will pass closer to Earth next week than the TV satellites that ring the planet, but there is no chance of an impact. NASA said Thursday.
Excellent. So, who can summarize what we're going to be talking about here? What is this saying?
That an asteroid will pass close to the Earth
Yeah,
in
how
Yes.
close?
some days.
Yeah, in just a few days, it's going to pass by. Is it going to be very close or kind of close? How can we tell?
TV satellites?
Yeah. What about the TV satellites?
I have no idea what that is. Maybe it's a satellite that's really close to Earth,
Okay.
and so that could mean that the asteroid is very close to Earth.
Yeah, hey, that's excellent use of context clues. Very good, Shane. A TV satellite, you know, satellites are machines that are launched up into space and they orbit the Earth, right?
Mhm.
And some of them are dedicated specifically for transmitting television signals to people that have satellite TV.
Oh.
You know, and you have a little satellite dish on the side of your house, and it receives the signal, so you have TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this asteroid is going to come by Earth, and it's going to be closer to the Earth than those satellites are.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's going to be very, very close. In space distances, that is. Okay? Let's keep reading. Eva, I think it's your turn, my friend. You want to read a paragraph?
Okay, perfect.
Okay, perfect.
The celestial visitor known as 2012 EA14 was discovered last year by a group of amateur astronomers in Spain. The asteroid is about the size of an Olympic swimming pool at 150 feet in diameter and is projected to come as close as 70,100 miles from Earth during its February 15th approach.
Very good. During its February 15th approach. Excellent. Now I see people panicking in the chat. Don't panic yet. But what you can do is take a look at this document. This is going to outline some of the words we're going to work on. There are 10 vocabulary words I've picked. And as we go, if you want to take notes, that would be very helpful. Let's continue reading, shall we? Oscar, I think you wanted to, right?
Okay.
Would you take the next two paragraphs, please?
Okay, that would make it the close encounter since scientists began satellite monitoring asteroids about 15 years ago. Television, weather and communication satellites fly about 500 miles higher. The Moon is 14 times far away.
Very nice, thank you. So I want to talk about a few of these words. Who knows what routinely means? I'll type it there. Routinely.
Happens often.
Okay, it might happen often. Anything else we could add to that?
Something that is usual?
Yeah, there's a, if something is a routine, it happens at a specific time interval. You might say a person has a routine in the morning of getting up, then going to brush their teeth, then going to eat breakfast. They have a certain pattern of things they do over and over again, okay? And so here it says the scientists were routinely monitoring, or at a certain interval of time, they were looking at asteroids since 15 years ago, okay? Let's keep reading a little bit. Who'd like to read the next two paragraphs?
I want to read.
Okay, then why don't you do it then? You got it.
Okay, please you tell me where is the paragraph?
Yes,
I am lost.
We're on
If-
even,
okay.
even so.
Even so, okay, thanks. Even so, no Earth impact is possible. Astronomer Donald Yeomans with NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California, told reporters during a conference call, "The times of the asteroid's closest approach will be 2:24 p.m. EST. Daylight in the United States, but dark in Eastern Europe. Asia and Australia, where professional and amateur astronomers will be standing by with telescopes and binoculars to catch a view."
Very nice, thank you. So before we go any farther, I want to make sure we've already covered some of our vocabulary, and let's discuss it a little bit. What's an impact?
A hit.
A hit? Okay. Very
Or
good.
maybe in another situation is like an effect, the impact of a particular situation.
Oh yes, it could be. That had a great impact on my life.
A crash between two teams.
Very good. A crash between two things. I
It's
see.
when something is in touch with any surface.
Very good, Sebastian. And usually with great force, right? It's not soft, but it's with great force and impact. Okay.
For example, I think the signs found at impact.
Could you say that one more time?
The signs found at impact.
Oh, the signs were found at impact? Yes.
Yes.
There was proof where the impact occurred. Excellent. Let's go to the next word, ring. What does it mean if we're not talking about a ring like jewelry you wear on your hand, but if you say
Like the Jupiter ring?
that would be the noun, a ring, an object in a circular form that goes around. But in the introduction it says, TV satellites that ring the planet. It's a verb here.
They're around the Earth. They surround it.
Very good. To surround or to go around. That's a great definition. Let's go to amateur. What is an amateur?
That's
It's an adjective, teacher.
Yeah, what is an amateur?
It's like
It's not professional. It is not professional.
Novice?
Beginners.
Okay, those are good. Oscar, did you want to add something?
fascinate. No?
Say it one more time.
Fascinate. What?
So somebody who's new at something. I see some good synonyms in the chat too. Not professional, a rookie.
Someone that is learning something.
Yeah, somebody who's learning, a novice. Okay, starting out in their field. Frank put. Those are all good. Everybody's input was very nice. And I believe we've already covered projected too. What does that mean? I think in our sentence it said, no Earth impact is possible. Maybe we haven't got there yet. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't think we've got there yet. I'm sorry. Let's keep reading by. So, I think for most of us, we live in North and South and Central America. It's going to be at 2:24 Eastern Standard Time. That's too light for us to see. But people in Eastern Europe and Asia, they're going to get to see this. It'll be probably pretty spectacular. All right? Let's keep reading on a little bit more. Who'd like to read? Our next paragraph's a long one. Okay, Jason, would you like to read it?
Yeah.
Okay, go right ahead, please.
Only one paragraph?
Yes, it's a long one, so we'll just let you do one.
Okay. That 14 will soar through the sky at about 8 miles per second. At that speed, an object of similar size on a collision course with Earth will strike with the force of about 2.4 million tons of dynamite. The last time that happened was in 1908.
Yes, or 1908.
1908,
Very
when
good.
an asteroid or comet exploded over Siberia, leveling 18 million trees over 813 square miles.
Very good. Yeah, I want to help you with your numbers a little bit. This is not 18 million. This is the number 18.
88.
80. Very good. 80 million trees over 800. I think you said 813. It's 830.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. So what a powerful collision, right?
Teacher, I have 2 questions.
Okay, I have 2 answers.
What is the meaning of soar? Soar, or I don't know.
Soar?
S-O-A-R?
Right, like I put in the Verbling chat, right? When something soars, it means it flies. Okay, you could say the airplane soars at 30,000 feet, or the eagle soars because he has strong wings.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And the second one, I don't know if this is stupid, but I want to know if you know that in 1908, somebody
1908?
died. Because
nine-
just mention trees.
Oh, yeah. I've seen pictures actually of this, and it was a very, very remote place. In Siberia, that's a part of Russia where it's very desolate. And you're right, it did say it killed 80 million trees, but it doesn't say about people. It's hard to imagine 830 square miles is a very, very big space. It's hard to imagine that nobody lived there, but I don't think there was very many. I can't tell you a fact, but I don't think there weren't any big cities near that area, thank goodness.
Maybe someone was lost there.
Yeah, maybe it was somebody that was like hunting or somebody that lived.
Yeah.
It was like up in mountains, and so there may have been a couple people, but not very many.
So
Okay.
we were lucky.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you imagine if that would have happened near big cities?
Yeah.
That would have really been a bad deal. Somebody in chat asked me to explain what a dilemma is. A dilemma is when you have a problem and you don't know how to solve it. Okay, and that's going to be my quick definition for that. Let's go here. So let's look at a few more vocabulary words we've already passed. Catch a view. What does this mean if you're going to catch a view of something?
Be able to watch something.
Yeah, you know, to catch something, it's like quick. You're like, I caught a butterfly or I caught a ball or something. So if you're going to catch a view, it means you're going to go look at something quickly to try to see it, right? And we had the verb level. It said this asteroid leveled 830 square miles. What does that mean? Any ideas?
Flattened.
Yeah, very good. Like flatten, or you could even say destroyed. When there's an old building and it has to be destroyed to build a new one in the same place, people will say the building has to be leveled. That means totally knocked down to a flat surface. Okay?
Mhm.
So that's that one. Let's keep reading because we got to find out. If this is going to hit us, it's going to blow us up, so we want to know. Okay? I don't want it to hit. Anybody want to read?
Okay, I will write.
Okay, Ismail, thank you very much. Let's take a look at the next two paragraphs, please.
Okay, here we go. Although they wouldn't cause a global catastrophe if they impact the Earth, they still do a lot of original destruction, said Lindy Johnson, who oversees the Near-Earth Object Observation Program at NASA headquarters in Washington, D.C. About 66 million years ago, a 6-mile diameter object smashed into what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, leading to the demise of the dinosaurs as well as most plant and animal life on Earth.
Okay, wonderful. What's a demise? I think that's one of the words I put on our list. I just typed it there, demise. Said it led to the demise of the dinosaurs.
Extinction?
Extinct?
Yeah. If something's demise comes, it's like their end. So it says that was the end of the dinosaurs. That was what wiped them out, killed them all. Okay? And our next word doesn't come up for a little bit, so we'll just wait a little bit. We'll finish reading and talk about it, and then we'll keep rolling on. You guys are doing a great job. I really appreciate your participation. Is there anyone who has not read yet?
I haven't read.
Would you like to?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Why don't you read? You could go the next two. Is fine.
Starting with the
planet.
Oh yeah, the planet is regularly pelted with objects from space, adding up to about 100 tons of material per day. Yeomans said. Basketball-sized object coming daily. Volkswagen-sized objects coming every couple of weeks. As you get to large and larger sizes, the number of objects out there is less and less, so the frequency of hits goes down, Yeomans said.
Isn't that crazy? I was surprised to hear that 100 tons of material comes to Earth from space every day. 100 tons. That's a lot. I've never seen. Have you ever? Has anybody ever found a meteorite? You know, sometimes people will find bits of space uh, material that comes to Earth. Have any of you ever found anything like that?
No, never.
Never. Has anyone ever seen, you know, like shooting stars or meteors going through the sky?
I have been one time in a raining stars like a a lot of shooting stars across the sky.
Oh, okay. Cool. Anybody else been able to experience that? You seen that stuff?
On YouTube?
But you never in real life though?
No.
It's really pretty spectacular. I mean, you never know when it's going to come, but sometimes if you're out looking at the sky at night, just all of a sudden, and they go really fast. It's just like a light. It just flies across the whole sky, and sometimes they burn out or go over the horizon or something. It's really pretty cool. It's awesome.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yeah,
What is the meaning of pelted?
that's a great question. That's one of our vocabulary that I thought we wanted to talk about. Pelted. Does anybody know the definition of pelted?
Does it have anything to do with pellets?
It could, but it doesn't have to be.
It's
I'll give you that hint.
like on a strike.
Like to strike?
Yeah, to strike.
That's what it is. It's like to hit or to strike. You might say like, the kids pelted me with snowballs, or we were pelted with rocks when the car drove by, something like that. It means to hit. Does that explanation make sense to you, Sebastian?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, cool. I'm looking in the chat. Gulu says throw, not necessarily to throw, but if something is pelted, it is hit. So that's what it means. And at the end, Oscar, do you want to read the last two sentences for us?
Okay. Okay. Something the size of B814 can be expected to strike Earth about every 100,
1,000?
1,000 200 years.
Very good.
For objects of this size, this the closest predict encounter that we are aware of, Yeoman said.
Very good. Thank you. So this is the closest predicted encounter that anyone's aware of. It's going to be really close. What do you think about this? How many of you had heard about this before tonight? Nobody?
Nobody.
Man, I'm a news service, I guess. What do you think about that? Does it make you nervous, or you don't mind, or you don't think it's a problem? I'd like to know your feelings.
Well, it makes me feel like something like the movie Armageddon.
Okay. Yeah, like the movie Armageddon.
Somebody, when something is gonna hit the Earth, I think that some scientists, like those, is gonna warn us. I don't know how to say that word.
Yeah, they're going to warn us. Very good.
Yeah, it's going to warn us, and everybody's going to, oh my gosh, go to another place. It's gonna be United States, of course.
Oh.
Like all the movies.
Yeah. So, how many of you guys have seen the movie Armageddon? Nobody?
Nobody.
What? Eva, you're the only one that watches movies. That's crazy. Nobody's seen the movie Armageddon?
Armageddon is about the independence dates of United States, or not?
Yeah, the like scientists that go up and they're trying to stop the asteroid from.
Will Smith and another actor? I don't know.
No,
But I
I
am
don't think
wrong.
Will Smith's in that one.
Okay, so I am not watching the movie. So.
That one is Independence Day, I think, starring
Oh yeah,
Will Smith.
yeah, that's right. That one's Independence Day. No, we're not talking
Armageddon.
about. Yeah, we're talking about Armageddon.
Armageddon and Deep Impact are similar. They are good.
Oh yes, Deep Impact. I forgot about that one too. That's about what would happen if a thing hit. Oh yeah. Frank in the chat says Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck are in it. Right? Yeah, I know you guys have seen that movie. I know you've seen that movie. Come on.
I only watched the first 20 minutes.
You missed the best part then. You didn't watch at the end when they had to go up and... Oh, man.
No, I didn't.
Ari, you should look for it. Just talking about it makes me want to watch it tonight. Maybe I will. I'm going to find Mrs. Waite and say, hey, let's watch Armageddon.
Yes, I will tonight.
That'd be great. What do you think, Mrs. Waite?
Do we have it?
Maybe on Netflix.
That's nice. She's next to you.
Yeah, she's over there. She's over there doing her thing. So that is what it makes me think about. So my original question is, does this news make you nervous? I promise this is really news. You can see at the bottom of the article, I put the reference, the news article where I got this from. So you can look up the whole article if you want. Jason says no, he's not nervous. Anyone else? What do you think about this?
I do. I think it's not just going to be an asteroid hitting Earth. It's going to be an alien attack, like War of the Worlds, like things coming out of the ground and shooting us and absorbing us and taking our blood. Yeah, something evil.
I don't know what to say about that. I don't really want anything absorbing me and taking my blood.
No, I'm just going to sit on a chair on the roof and get some popcorn and watch the whole world.
You're gonna watch it go down. Okay, well.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Yeah, thanks.
Jason said you must have a lot of guns. Okay, well. Wow, this news is making you guys crazy. Well, anyways, the scientists say, hey, there's nothing to worry about. It's not going to hit us. So maybe we don't need to worry too much.
It's going to hit us.
You think it will?
Yes.
You know what I worry about? Wonder if it hits a TV satellite. Then I won't be able to watch TV.
And no more verbal classes.
Yeah, I wonder if it would damage the way that Verbling would.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be bad. Anyways, Maria Jose says maybe Lenda says NASA will save us. Maria Jose, maybe Superman. I don't know. I'd vote on NASA before Superman probably. Anyways, let's take a look at this document. This is the writing one, and we could just pull that little rascal up, and let's take a look at some of these words that we learned today, and see if we can use some of them in sentences. Now, if you've used this before, you know it's really important that we don't type on somebody else's stuff. Make sure that you go down a space and don't type over somebody else. You can make as much space as you want. Just make sure you type your name before you type the sentence that we're going to use. And let's do this for a little bit. Everybody doesn't have to type a sentence for every word, but if you want to find a word that you feel comfortable with practicing, go ahead and go under that word. There are 10 of them, and go ahead, put your name and a sentence using that word. And then what I'll do is I'll go through and try to correct it a little bit and help us to improve our writing. Okay? Everybody understand?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, so we're looking here. I see Eva's writing already. Wolf. Oscar's got some. Excellent. And, you know, if you don't want to write on some of these first words, we have all sorts of words down below. There are 10 of them. As you finish your writing, please make sure you take note of correct punctuation and spelling detail. Those are some of the most basic beginning points when we're trying to master our writing. So, you know, always capitalize the first word, for example. Make sure we have punctuation at the end of a sentence, and so on. I'll know when you're done with your sentence because it will have a period or an exclamation point or even a question mark. And when I see those, I'll start looking at some of them. Okay. So I think I'm just going to start at the top. Oscar, were you done with yours? Can you hear me, Oscar? Okay, maybe his microphones or his earphones aren't working. I'm going to move to Eva's. Says the bomb pushes me with its with his impact. I'm going to say, I'm just going to put my corrections in parentheses. A bomb is not going to be a him or a her. Those are reserved for like living things, like people or animals. So you could say with its impact. Okay? Understand that, Eva? Okay.
Yes, actually, I forgot that. Sorry.
No, that's okay. No problem. Wolf also wrote about impact. He said, the impact of the scandal will cost him the mayor's seat. Yeah, excellent. Excellent sentence, Wolf. We could probably replace the word mayor with any politician. All sorts of scandals. Very good sentence, though. You're welcome. Okay, here we go. Midu says, there was a great impact last night when the two cars collisioned. I think a collision is a noun, so we can't make that into a verb, but we could say collided. Okay? Oops, and I misspelled that. There's two L's, I believe. Yeah. When the two cars collided. Okay? So that would be something I'd point out for that one. Okay, Midu? Let's keep going.
Okay.
Here. All right. Man, I can't get over now. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't see who wrote this one. The stone will impact against my head if I go over there. Wow, I hope not. That wouldn't be very fun. It's a good sentence, but not... You probably don't want that to happen, I'm guessing. But it is a good sentence, so thank you. I can't scoot over there. I think that's Mari, maybe? I don't know. Let me see if I can move it like this. No, but I'm going to go on. Okay. I'm going up now. Let's skip off. Oh, it's Airy. Okay. Oscar wrote, the Jupiter has many ring around it. Very good. I'm gonna help you here. We would delete the. When you name a planet, you don't need to put the around it. And since we said the word many, that means there's more than one. So we're going to make ring plural, so many rings around it. Wolf said, the satellite rings around the Earth at terminal velocity. Very good, using rings as a verb there. Excellent job. I'm going to go down into amateur. I'll come back in a little bit. The Panama team, Oscar says, the Panama team, or we can just say Panama's team. I'm going to eliminate the. So Panama's team will be amateurs because there's more than one player. And we'll just say in the match with Jamaica would be a way to clean that one up just a little bit. A bunch of amateurs in this town, says Christian Bale angrily. Very nice. I might say a bunch. Or there is a bunch of amateurs. But very good. This guy is an amateur driving the car, or you could say amateur driver. This guy is an amateur driver. The girl slapped her boy. You guys come up with great sentences. The girl slapped her boy. I'm just waiting to see what this one's going to be, me, dude. The girl slapped her boyfriend. Okay. What are you writing, man?
I don't know.
I can't wait.
Okay.
I am going to come back to that one. Take your time. I'm just going to skip down. Sebastian, I'm on yours and projected. We want to make sure we would capitalize the projected to investigate the size that each asteroid is in its depth and magnitude. Maybe we could change this. I'm just going to give an alternate here. The investigators project the size of each. So it's like they guess the size of each asteroid in its depth and magnitude. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
So we have the subject, the investigators, and the verb there, project. Okay?
Okay.
Or if you didn't want to write the investigators, I guess you could change the into they. They projected the size like that. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
Wolf said, fathers usually project their dreams to their offsprings. Very good. That's using it as a verb. Midu, they said that it's projected that the bus will arrive on time today. Very good. And that reminds me, I've got to go up here. What on earth? The girl slapped her boyfriend and said, grow up. Don't be an amateur, please. Okay, Midu, I like that sentence. I'm not sure, but I think you might. If you say somebody's an amateur, you're saying they're new at something.
Not a professional, right?
Right. It just sounds like somebody might say immature. I think maybe that's what you're thinking of in this. Do you know what immature means?
Yes, that's what I meant.
Okay. Immature and amateur are two different words.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It gives me the impression. I'm not trying to be weird here, but like that sentence gives me the impression she's like, don't be an amateur, like maybe he wasn't a very good kisser or something.
No.
So, okay.
He was just being irresponsible, you know.
Okay, so probably don't be immature is probably the word you want to look at there.
Okay.
I'm gonna just skip down here. Eva says under leveling, the building was leveled, producing a lot of noise. Excellent. The storm is leveling the forest little by little. Oh, that's a very descriptive area. That's a great sentence. Oscar says, if we don't care for our ambient, it will have a catastrophe. How about ambient could be correct. I think you're thinking of the word environment. Ambiente in Spanish is environment. Okay, so if we don't take care of our environment, it will be a catastrophe. Oops. Like that. Very good. Did anybody do the demise? No. Pelted. The asteroid pelted its particles where NASA can investigate with more depth these particles. Okay. Let's take a look here. We might put a T in there to help you with spelling. Okay. Yason, yesterday I went to the mountain, and there, please remember when you type the pronoun I, that needs to be capitalized. Okay, Yason? So yesterday I went to the mountain, and there I encountered a giant bear playing with a PSP. He was playing God of War. That was weird. Yeah, I bet that was. But then I woke up. I'm going to correct your I, and if it was past tense, I woke up. Ready. Excellent. Some great sentences here. I'm very impressed. I think that we're doing quite a good job. There are a few little things that we were able to correct, but I thought you did a great job. So I want to finish class by summarizing. I'd like you to try to imagine what would happen if this did occur. Let's not be wild. Let's be kind of realistic. If this really did impact the Earth, what do you think would be some things that would happen?
If an asteroid hit us?
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Do you think that would ever happen? And if it would, what do you think you would do personally, like you and your family? Really,
Well,
truly.
I don't know personally, but I think that a lot of people is going to start to think about religion. Yeah, about God and maybe about the meaning of life and just enjoy the last days.
Okay.
Their
So
own
you
way.
think a lot of people would start thinking about religion? What does everybody think about that? Do you agree with Eva?
Yes.
Okay. Any other ideas? What do you think we would see if this article was changed and it said on Saturday this is going to hit? How would the world be changed? What do you think might happen?
I think we're just going to go about our business as usual because we're so kind of so engrossed in our lives, our works. I think everybody's gonna just ignores it and still do the same thing. Maybe
Really?
there's some crazy people, just trying out things that they wouldn't normally try. But I think seriously, I think that the world is everyone is so programmed to what they're doing every day. They're just gonna go to work and maybe do things a little differently, but they're still going through the motion like what they normally would.
Okay, so you wouldn't predict any changes at all. Well, just minimal changes, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's interesting. Anyone else have an idea?
I have another idea.
Oh, okay, go ahead, Eva.
I think that some people is going to try to build a shelter or something like that and buy a lot of food and try to save themselves.
You know what? I agree with you on that one. I think a lot of people would go and buy stuff like food and water and stuff like that. Batteries. That could be. Come on, there has to be some more ideas out there in class. Anybody else have an idea? If this article changed, and instead of saying there's not going to be an impact, it said there will be an impact, how do you think people would react?
Can I try?
Sure, absolutely.
I think that the people should be prevent to any situation. Have, I don't know, food. What is it? medicinal.
Medicine?
Yes, medicine for any wound, smite. Yes.
Okay. So you feel like people should be prepared for situations,
Yes.
emergencies?
Yes.
How prepared do you feel, you and your family?
How?
Yeah, does your family prepare for emergencies like this?
Yes. Why not? I don't know. I prepare first with botin medicals. I should be sign of internet. How can project my family or the moment of impact the asteroid. How actor?
Okay.
Let me see. How act the time of the emergency.
Okay. So you learn how to react when those things happen?
Yes.
Wonderful. You know, I know in the United States, sometimes they ask everybody if there's going to be an emergency. They say everybody should have 72 hours worth of water and food and medicine and basic materials, just so if nobody can come help you, you can be okay for a couple days. Is it like that where you live? Do people have storage or have things to protect themselves in an emergency?
No.
No? So none in Costa Rica. Anybody else want to respond to that? Does anybody else live somewhere where people have things to protect themselves?
Teacher, I want to give my opinion.
Okay, please do.
We are agreed that we have to be prepared for this kind of events. Nowadays, I think most of people know that this kind of event is possible. I mean about asteroid impact. But the main problem, I think, is that if this is a big catastrophe, people will get in shock. And you know, when people is afraid of something, people is not reasonable. So the main problem, I think, it's that many cities in the world will collapse, and psychology's problems will be very very bad for many people, especially in the poor zones. They will be really damaged for any kind of these events. Nowadays, we have tsunamis, big earthquakes, and it's really, really terrible the way how many people lost everything. And
Yeah.
I think that, and asteroid impact, it could be the damage could be bigger.
Yeah. That's a very interesting point. You don't know how people would react mentally or psychologically to something like this. It could be very dangerous. You know, they might do dangerous things for themselves or other people. That's true.
Even it could have uh, consequence like, for example, people could fight each other for food
Uh-huh.
because many
Yeah.
places could be break down, and many places could get um oh incommunicated. So
Yeah. You
fighting
see
a
that,
war.
yeah, you see that sometimes people will like go, it's called looting. Looting. That's just like when they go into stores and just take things without buying them, you know, and just
Ah,
break the
yes.
windows out and stuff like that. Yeah, that's possible. Any other thoughts as we get close to the end of class?
Well, I think the government will tell you the the real seriousness of the event, because like what's his name? Seagal. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name.
Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. No. I mean the other guy. Is Mio? It's Sagal. The
Oh, the gentleman that was just talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't tell you the exact extent of the damage because they don't want you to panic. So that might worsen the situation. So I think they're just gonna, oh, everything is fine. Just go about your day.
That's an interesting thought. Well, anyways, as we end class, I don't want anybody to panic or anything. You know, according to this, yeah, well, unless, oh boy, unless what you just said is true. They said, don't worry about it. Nothing, you know, there's no way it's going to hit the earth. So we don't need to panic. But it's been a nice conversation tonight. I appreciate everybody who took time to read and for your writing, your typing in. That was really awesome. I really appreciate when the students participate. That makes class go so much nicer. I'd just like to invite everybody to keep practicing, and if you'd like to follow my Verbling Facebook page, I always announce when I have other classes coming up, and I'd love to see you in them. So thank you very much for your time tonight, and I got to go because the next class is about to begin, but take care. Thank you so much. I hope to see you all later.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye.
See you soon, teacher. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Okay.